Ready for class?
Not at all.
That's not Dr. Blue.
Good evening, class. I'm sorry, Dr. Wu, there was a little accident at the Krispy Kreme in San Bernardino, and he couldn't make it tonight, but I will be your substitute.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine, he's fine.
Damn it.
He drove away nice in his Volvo, and he'll be fine. I'm Dr. Liu, your substitute. This is supply chain management, as you well know. Tonight we're going to be talking about a concept called just in time. Now, is anyone familiar with just in time? What can anyone tell me about just in time?
Just in time is a push system, right? The company keeps a ton of inventory on stock so they can restock it just in time?
No, quite the opposite. Anyone else?
I read that just in time was more of a pull system, where the company basically they only pull the inventory as it's needed versus keeping a whole bunch in stock.
You're in the right track. A little bit more. I think that you're almost there. You're in the ballpark, but you're not quite in the right row. Can you tell me something about just in time?
Yeah, it doesn't have something to do with, actually I have no idea, I'm sorry.
Well, you know what, maybe I can give you a little bit better idea. Just in time, if you refer to your textbook, we have a nice clean chart here that will actually explain all of it right here for you. Well, there's two cycles.
I know what it does. Isn't it supposed to decrease waste and increase efficiency?
Yeah, something to the effect, yes. All right, so there's a supply cycle, and there's a customer cycle. So there's 4 steps to this process here, and it actually can be summed up by a very easy equation here, where K equals the average daily demand during lead time. So as you can see from this equation, this is all very, well, it looks like I'm losing the class here. You know what, I think the best way to actually study just in time and supply chain is to see actually how it works in the real world. So, you know what, let's see how Walmart creates their competitive advantage by using just in time, shall we? So Walmart is a perfect example of how using just in time can create a competitive advantage in the market. Now, Walmart has 8,500 stores in 15 different countries with 55 different names. In 2009 alone, they had $258 billion in sales in the United States. They're the largest grocery retailer and the largest private employer in the United States. Now, using the just-in-time inventory system moves away from the just-in-case inventory system, where retailers used to keep large inventories in the back to restock items that may be missing. For example, we would avoid issues such as this when we ran out of the dip and wash and also the chamois and the scrubs. We would have more of those in the back to replace versus waiting for the shipment to come. This inventory supply system represents a shift away from the older just-in-case strategy, where producers carried large inventories in case higher demand had to be met. Having the wrong amount of inventory on hand can result in a need for additional storage space, increased material handling and record-keeping costs, added tax obligations, and depreciation challenges. High holding costs and lower ordering costs are the factors that drive the JIT model. The ability to lower ordering costs can create a viable solution to financial challenges. By utilizing the JIT model, retailers can speed inventory turnover and maximize the use of company's liquid resource, cash. Properly implemented, the JIT model can help increase a practice's net profit. Walmart is an example of a company that successfully has utilized the JIT model. Instead of having large holding costs, Walmart minimizes its product ordering costs with each vendor. By lowering its ordering costs, Walmart achieves greater cash flow and better inventory control. 4 keys of success to JIT. 1. Use first-in, first-out method to handle inventory. This method helps retailers organize turnover and control inventory management and age of product. 2. Keep inventory low. Avoid tying up cash with items that may or may not sell. 3. Control your payment terms. Vendors are likely to offer different payment term option purchases. Longer payment terms will enable you to resell inventory and pay suppliers with customers' money, not your own. 4. Choose vendors wisely. It makes sense to partner with vendors that provide the best quality product for the lowest price. Now, doesn't that sound familiar? Well, that was a fun field trip. Now you got to see how just-in-time actually works in the real world for Walmart. Well, with that said, let's go back to class. So that was an interesting field trip. I hope everybody learned something. Class, did you get anything about just-in-time at all?
Yes, I mean, wait, why doesn't every company use just in time? I mean, if Walmart uses it, it must be great.
Well, you know, there are advantages and disadvantages. Can anyone think of some
It saves
advantages?
on warehouse costs.
Absolutely.
That would be an advantage.
Yeah, but at the same time, what happens if you have an excess demand and you can't meet the customer's requirements?
Absolutely. And as we saw at Walmart, when they ran out of things, they were out, right?
Okay. It's a pull system, not a push system.
Correct.
But not every company can use it because it's specific to just certain types of companies and certain kinds of inventory.
Correct.
I think I'm starting to get it.
All right. Good. All right. Well, that just about does it for this class, and hopefully next week. I'll see you.
Some companies use a traditional, also known as push system, because the pull system or just-in-time system can be too complex and costly. Also, it can be more difficult to manage the frequent replenishment to inventory through ship orders instead of using extra inventory stored in the back. An example of a hybrid of just-in-time and the traditional system is the PDC bookstore. When inventories such as pencils and Scantrons are depleted, they would be restocked from stored inventory in the back. Palm Desert Bookstore would project the amount of sales for a period of time when ordering inventory and would purchase large shipments than if they were using the just-in-time system alone. However, when dealing with high-priced inventories such as books, small amounts are kept on the shelf and ordered as needed.